Good afternoon. Here is the national news from our studio, BGI TV. Baba Gbagede Imo TV. I am Sanut Olakunmi Ajikade. First, hear the major headlines. Terror alert. Yoruba group all Southwest governors to arm Amotekun. Nigerian student gave President Muhammadu Buhari 14 days to fix major highway in Ogun. Again, suspected herdsmen storm Benue community kill residents. Commercial drivers to boycott transport activities for 7 days in Lagos over collection of illegal levies. And lastly, on sport news. India 2022. Flamingos beat Germany, win historic bronze. And next on sport news. Nigeria beat Tanzania 2-0 in under 23 AFCON qualifiers. Now hear the news in details. A pan-Yoruba group, Think Yoruba First, has asked Southwest governors to ensure the licensing of automatic rifles and ammunition Amotekun calls to protect the region. The group, in a statement signed by its president, Oladimeji Bolarinwa, urged Southwest governors to further demand the expansion of the Amotekun corps by adding other local defense apparatus such as Agbe Koya, OPC, and other organizations. It said from the year 2000 to the present, killing, kidnapping, armed robbery, and other forms of terrorist destruction of lives and properties have become the norm in Nigeria. The spate of these events has led to millions of internally displaced people and refugee situations in neighboring countries such as Benin Republic. The Yoruba of the southwestern Nigeria has remained unaffected by the jihadist tainted terroristic act that has rocked northern Nigeria until the terrorist invasion started to infiltrate the southern part of Nigeria in the last decade. These events have led to massive casualties in thousands and created a refugee status for indigenous citizens of Yewa community. Ogun State, who has now become refugee in Benin Republic. Mani, Ganga, Oyo State, indigenes were displaced after terrorist attack by Fulani marauders. And many victims of the Owo or Ondo State massacre has also lost lives, loved ones, and change of life pain since the massacre. These are countless of people who have missed limbs and means of livelihood because of the Fulani terrorist attack in the southern west part of Nigeria. Recently, Islamic State of West African Prophet ISWAP has now been establishing their spread and control to the southwestern state of Nigeria. Nigerian students under the umbrella of the National Association of Nigerian Students and the National Association of Ogun State Students have given President Muhammadu Buhari a 14-day ultimatum to fix the Abeokuta-Sango-Ota Lagos Highway. The student gave the ultimatum in a statement quoted by Daily Post as they lamented the deplorable condition of the expressway, threatening to shut down the road in a massive protest if the government failed to fix the road before the expiration of their ultimatum. According to the student associations, the road has now become a death trap and a hotspot of kidnappers and armed robbers. They added that the safety of motorists and other road users, especially students of the various learning institutions located along the road and in Abeokuta, the state capital, is no longer guaranteed. In the statement jointly signed by the chairman of NANS in Ogun, Damilola Simon, and the national president of NANS, Oluwagbemileke Ogorombi, on Sunday, the association lamented that no fewer than 10 lives has been lost lately in various road accidents that occur as a result of the deplorable condition of the road. The statement further read, "We are saddened by the insensitivity and wickedness of the federal government to subject residents of the state to old actions by other fixing the deplorable Lagos-Sango-Abeokuta road." We can no longer stand by and fold our arms while people continue to die on the road. The government at the top has failed our people woefully. On next news, armed men suspected to be elders who has been causing chaos in Benue State have again attacked this Ikmen community in Logo local government area of the state. Daily Post gathered the unfortunate attack occurred in broad daylight around 4 p.m. on Saturday. The assailant invaded the community in an open fire on residents, killing 3 persons while several others were seriously injured. A source who confirmed the development to our correspondent said the attack was launched around Anawa settlement where at least 2 people were murdered on Sunday, October 23, 2022. Victims of the Saturday murderous attack were identified as Solomon Okom, Mrs. Enu Stokwasi, Joe Ikpe, and Mr. Unfese Lobo. When contacted, the Benue State Police Public Relations Officer, SP Catherine Adene, confirmed that the 3 persons lost their lives to the unfortunate incident. Commercial drivers in Nigeria's Economic News Center, Lagos State, under the umbrella of the Joint Drivers Welfare Association of Nigeria, JID1, has declared a 7-day boycott of transport services in protest against arbitrary levies imposed on members by the state government. The 7-day boycott, according to the association, starts on Monday, October 31st, and will end on November 6, 2022. The association in the state issued on Sunday, signed by its national leader, Akintade Abiodun, lamented payment of illegal fees and collection of high levies from the member by government officials, which they said has increased the cost of living in Lagos State. Citing a judgment of the Federal High Court, which directed the Lagos State government to stop the illegal levies imposed on its members, JID1 regretted that since the judgment was delivered, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has yet to comply. The group reiterated its demand that the court order must obey. And lastly, on sport news, Nigeria's under-17 women national team, the Flamingos, claimed their first ever bronze medal at the under-17 Women's World Cup in India on Sunday after defeating Germany 3-2 on penalties. It is the biggest achievement by the country at the level of football, having only managed a quarter-final finish since the competition began in 2008. The Flamingos lost on penalties to Colombia, while the Germans were edged by eventual champion Spain in the other last 4 ties to set up the 3-place crash. The Nigerians were up 3-0, but the Germans, who had beaten the Flamingos 2-1 in the group stage, staged a dramatic comeback late on to tie the losers' final 3-3. The Germans called first in the 5th minute, but the goal was ruled out after a foul review, following foul on Flamingos goalkeeper Faith Omilana. Okoyemi Ajakai ended a goals down with a brilliant opener in the 20th minute to put Nigeria ahead, before Amina Bello doubled the lead with a brilliant elder just 3 minutes into the second half. Another news on sport news. Nigerians under-23 football team, the Olympic Eagles, on Sunday defeated the young Taifa Stars of Tanzania 2-0 in the second leg of 2023 under-23 African Cup of Nations qualifiers at the Lagos Salami Stadium, Ibadan. The first half of the game was keenly contested as it ended goalless, but the Nigerian side took the game from the start of the second half as Oguni Omojesu put Nigeria in front with a free kick, while second goal came from Success Makanjuola, who scored from the penalty kick awarded. And that concludes the national news for today. Please kindly join us on all our social media handles. On Facebook as Bagede Imo with Alawi Adebayo. Follow us there and share the page. and on Instagram as @bagedeimo_22 and on YouTube as Baba Gbagede Imo TV. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on your post notification bell. But before we go, here's some of the major headlines once again. Terror alert. Yoruba group all Southwest governors to arm Amotekun. Nigerian student gave President Buhari 14 days to fix major highway in Ogun State. Again, suspected herdsmen storm Benue community, kill residents. And commercial drivers to boycott transport activities for 7 days in Lagos over collection of illegal levies. For the placement of your advert, you can call the number showing on the screen. Thanks for always watching our news on BGI TV. I am Sanut Olakomi Ajikade. Bye for now.